Hi everyone, this is Ken with Andrea Cans. Happy Veterans Day. Today we're going to show you our military appreciation wall with a combination of my family and Andrea's family. I was in the Army National Guard through 81 to 89. I was proud to do my duty, do my time. I've been deployed on a couple of forest fires when I was stationed in Idaho. I haven't really, Nicaragua was going on back then. We were supposed to deploy and go there, but they ended up sending somebody else in instead of our unit to disperse Manuel. So I have not been anywhere other than the States, sorry. But back then it was more or less a peacetime era. This is me right here, back when I was in. This is my lovely wife's Andrea's father, who was in...
Ben Swain. He was Vietnam era, but he was sent to Germany. And the story was he was working on nuclear missiles. He was an engineer on nuclear missiles pointed at Russia.
So this is him, and this
That's Ben
is him
Swain. Yep.
Sitting in his barracks. My wife's favorite, and my favorite too, her Uncle Tom.
Tom Hennessy.
Who was Vietnam.
No, he was Korea.
Korea.
Well, excuse me, he
Korea.
was in Vietnam, but he went to Korea.
He was Korea and Vietnam. Her grandmother, who was an airplane instructor for the aircraft carriers in the Navy during World War II.
Sure was. Evelyn Swain, and she taught with a link trainer.
So,
And right above her, right there, is my grandfather, and my actual bio grandmother, and that's the only picture I have of him when he came back from World War II. My dad was just a little person, and my aunts were in that picture too.
Mm-hmm. And we have Andrea's brother down over here.
Eric, yeah, Eric Swain.
We have what you've seen in a picture or two. We have Commodore Bill. He's been on a couple of our videos. He's our latest addition. Very proud to have the Commodore of the Coast Guard hanging on our wall. We have, everybody should know this young man, Johnny Cash, who is, believe it or not, he's hanging on our wall. He's actually related through family to Andrea. So, thusly, this is our family history here. So there's Johnny Cash, believe it or not. We have her grandfather, great-grandfather, and her great-great-uncle.
My great-great-uncle during World War I in Arkansas. My great-grandfather had just arrived at the camp, and my great-great-uncle was like one of the welcoming people. And so they met there, and that was my great-great-grandpa, George Gagne. And the picture next to him right there, that is my great-uncle, Edward Gagne, my dad's uncle.
He's the one sitting on the wing?
He's the one sitting on the wing, and he was an airplane mechanic. Yes, he was.
Okay.
And then, if you go over here, these are my two uncles from the Hennessy and Hereford side.
These two?
Nope, the one's over there underneath my Uncle Tommy.
Oh,
so the one on top is my Uncle Harold, and the one below is my Uncle Bus, who died. Uncle Harold was served during the Vietnam War conflict. I don't think he was deployed, but that was his era. Then my Uncle Bus, he served during World War II and did not make it home. He was shot in the head overseas. And then over here we can see we have more modern day folks, and my cousin Jimmy Gagne's there. If you want to point to Jimmy in his flight suit, honey. He's right there. Right there. That's Jimmy Gagne. Yep, he's my dad's cousin, Mike's second cousin.
Like, I don't know this person. So you have to guide me.
And then above him that is my cousin Tim Hennessy. Then
in the Marine Corps.
Yep, and then over to the right is my Uncle Floyd Swain. He was in World War II. And above him is my cousin's son, Nathan, and he is a linguist with the National Guard now. And then above him is my Uncle Tommy and my Uncle Tommy's cousin.
These two here.
Yeah. I believe that's Paul Eugene Black. And then we have the Martins here. You want to talk a little bit about the Martins, Dad?
All right, well, a couple of them here you see are in camouflage. are my children, who I inspired them to enlist in the military. This is my son, Brandon Martin. He was in during the 90s, and he also deployed to the Afghan and Iraq wars. He was in both conflicts. He served 2 tours. So he's a overseas veteran. Proud of him. He was in the combat engineers, chemical part of it. This young lady right here, very proud of, who's making me a grandfather come January, is my daughter Kylie Martin, who, there again, I inspired her to enlist. And she is in the Air Guard, and she works on the Chinook helicopters, the great big old beasts. She's a Chinook helicopter mechanic. I was like, wow, way to outdo your old father. So there she is in her flight suit and sitting on the deck about 3,300 feet in the air. It's like, damn.
I'm glad they had her
Gutsy.
strapped in.
Gutsy.
They had her strapped in. I think I would have had a heart attack if she wasn't strapped in.
This young sailor right here is my cousin Steve Martin, and he lives over in a small town in Cambridge. And somehow or another he got inspired to join the Navy, and he put 6 years, I believe, in the Navy and got to see the world. He was a boiler technician. And then this man right here, very proud of, during the Korean and Vietnam era, is my Uncle Roger Martin, and he deployed a couple places, and that's pretty much it, other than, you know, we got some pretty things and stuff. But kind of proud of the fact that we have between the two of us, a very well diverse military family. And you know, it doesn't matter if you serve or not, but, you know, thank your veterans. Thank those who've deployed, given their time, became disabled. We're all in it to win it. We're all Americans, and we love our country, and we're dang proud to be here. So this is my family history, and pretty much a happy-go-lucky individual, as well as Miss Andrea, for Miss Andrea Cans. So that's about all I've got to say. I hope you guys all enjoy your Veterans Day, and God bless everyone in American United States.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.